Welcome to the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. This is your go-to resource for personal growth, mastering communication, and influencing and persuasion techniques that will help you unleash the full potential of yourself and others. Here is your host, Alex Morgan.
Welcome to another episode of the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. My name is Alex Morgan, and I'm a master trainer of hypnosis and NLP. This episode goes along with a lot of the teachings in there because in these trainings we talk about the unconscious mind, and this episode is all about the unconscious mind being way smarter than you think. And I really started to think about this because I was on Instagram not too long ago, and I was thinking about a video, and all of a sudden, as I was thinking about a video, I heard a familiar sound, and it was a sound of someone that I learned hypnosis from. And they were talking in this video, they were talking about sales, and they were saying, what if you had just the perfect hunch, and you knew exactly what area to go to, and then you knew exactly what neighborhood you could walk into? And along with that neighborhood, what if you knew the exact street to go to? And then what if you knew the exact door to knock onto? And that person opens that door, and that's the person that you need to speak to about what you have to offer. Imagine if you could do that. And many people would probably think that this is statistically impossible. However, this person said in this video, when they said this, they said, no, this is because the unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. And just the other day, a few months ago, there was a person and they were looking for a new place to live. And they went to one apartment and they saw it. They met the owner of the apartment and they thought the apartment's nice. However, this apartment, it has more space than I need. And the more they got talking to the landlord, they said, okay, I saw the price was the apartment online. It's this much. That's the price, right? And the landlord said, oh, no. The price is going to be more than that. And this person thought, okay, that's a little weird. Why would you advertise it for one price? And then when I get here to come see it, why is it a different price? Why is it a different price? And then the landlord told them, sit down right here, and started to tell them a bunch of rules about the house. And this person started to think, well, this house is so nice. Now I'm seeing a few things that are not lining up, though. The price, they're telling me different. Now they're telling me all these rules. I just want to live here. I want to mind my own business. I don't need this person telling me so many things with the way they're telling me so many things. And so the landlord was in trying to get a hold of this person because they met up with them again. And they wanted to make the contract. And this person was putting it off a few days. They were putting off signing the contract for a few days. And when they finally called the landlord back, the landlord was wondering where they were and who they were speaking to and what was going on. And they didn't think that this was appropriate. So the person wanted to rent the apartment said, you know what? You don't need to be in my business. I don't want you in my business. The person said, no, you listen to me, just like they did in the apartment. And that person didn't listen to them. They spoke up that time, and the landlord hung up on them. So shortly after that, this same person, they went in, they put a message in a Facebook group. They said, I'm looking for an apartment. I'm looking for an apartment with this specific criteria for this price and all of this. Suddenly, they got a message from someone. The apartment was totally remodeled in the area that they wanted. They could walk to whatever they wanted to do. And it was totally remodeled and it was perfect for this person. And they thought, wow, this is cool. How did this happen? And then they thought, well, the unconscious mind, my unconscious mind, I remember now. My unconscious mind is way smarter than I think. My unconscious mind is way smarter than I think. And that's the thing. Inside of you is a supercomputer. You have the most powerful supercomputer right there inside of your head. It's your unconscious mind. And your unconscious mind has access to all of this, all these things, all these resources, all these skills, all this knowledge, all this wisdom. It has access to your mentality, to your relationships, your network, everything. And anytime you want to access one of these things to get what you want, because you can either get the apartment you want or the one you don't want. You can get the car you want or the one you don't want. You can have relationships with the people you want or you don't want. You can live where you want or you don't want. All you have to do is click the right file. It's like logging into a computer. Imagine yourself right now. You're opening your computer. You type it. You want to go to a file that's going to make you a lot of money. You'll know exactly where to find that file. And if you learn to believe that the unconscious mind is way smarter than you think, and I'll give you a few more reasons why it is in just a second, then you'll be able to click that right file and go right to that file that's going to make you money, get you that relationship, whatever it is that you want. It's just like the person. They knew what neighborhood, street, door, everything. There was a person ready to talk to them. They said, wow, I've been looking for someone like you. And this person with the apartment, they got told the exact same thing. They said, you know what? I've been looking for someone just like you. I've been wanting to learn specific skills. And I think you're the person. I've been looking for this person for a year or two. And now here you are. You're right in front of me. And you're ready to teach me these skills when I'm ready to learn. So your unconscious mind, if you allow your unconscious mind to guide you, your unconscious mind will guide you to exactly what it is you want, because you get what you focus on 100% of the time. If this person would have chosen to take the first apartment and they didn't think, the unconscious mind is way smarter than they think. The unconscious mind is where your intuition is. It's where your creativity is. It's where you learn. It's where you create habits and behaviors. So if they would have clicked the wrong files, they would have taken the wrong apartment. And they would have maybe had someone in their business the whole time. They don't know for sure. However, if they didn't think that the unconscious mind is way smarter than they think, they would have taken the first opportunity. And the thing is if we believe that the unconscious mind is way smarter than we think, then we believe that there's opportunities, choices, possibilities. We're going to see these things around us every single day. And that's why the person waited. They waited, and there was a new opportunity, a new place to live, a new person, someone they could learn from, and something that they could teach and also make money off of at the same time. So they were able to build something much greater than only having a place to live, just because they believe that the unconscious mind is way smarter than they think. It's really easy when you believe this. So the unconscious mind, you have to allow yourself to trust your unconscious mind. Because think back to a decision that you made recently, a decision that was good for you and right for you. Now when you think of this decision, think of how your mind may have guided you and how you had clarity on this because your unconscious mind was with you. And I'm sure there's kind of a feeling there that goes along with it. That's the thing. There's usually a feeling that goes along with it that feels good. Because usually when you make a good decision, you feel good, right? I'm sure you feel good. That's because you trusted in your unconscious mind to help you make this decision. Your unconscious mind, it gathers all the data. And then the conscious mind is like the leader. And the conscious mind makes the final decision, but your unconscious mind gathered all the data for you. It gathered all the data for you to make this decision. So the unconscious mind in the other examples, it said, look, this is a good neighborhood. This is a good street. This is a good door. And the conscious mind was like, knock, knock, and knocked on it. With the apartment, the unconscious mind gathered the data about both apartments. It gathered what this person wanted. And then it told this person what to do. And then consciously, with the conscious mind, they said, you know what? I'm going to make this wonderful decision. because it's good for me. So that's one thing that the unconscious mind does really well, and that's why it's way smarter than you think. It gathers all sorts of data. So think about something that you really, really want. A thing. Now, do you know everything about this thing that you don't have yet? Because what I would advise you to do is I would advise you to go online, research it, allow your unconscious mind to see all the details about this thing. You can almost imagine hearing it with your unconscious mind. And notice how when you look at all these details and you have a picture of this, notice the feelings there. Allow your unconscious mind to gather all the data. So a common example is, let's say someone is going to buy a car. Maybe they want to look at it online first so they can gather all these details. They'll know what color, they'll know the size of the tires, they'll know the sound system, they'll know how big the car is, how many people it fits. They'll know a lot of specifications. Then when they go to the dealership, their unconscious mind already has data. And then they can allow themselves to test drive the car. So the unconscious mind gets more data. It makes it feel more real because it already felt more real because they did so much research. So then when they test drive the car, it feels so real. And then when they're done test driving the car, their conscious mind probably has all the data that they need to make the decision. So you can use your unconscious mind in this way to gather all the data. And as long as you get a good feeling as you're going through these things, then it's easy for your conscious mind to make the decision. How easy would that be if you had all the data to make a decision and to make a good decision, a right decision? So that's one thing you can use your unconscious mind for, because your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. And there's another thing that you can use your unconscious mind for, and I think this is something that will be really beneficial for you. Your unconscious mind, one of the things that it's always doing is it's going while you're sleeping. So this is why it's really important to not want to go to bed in a stressful state. This is why you want to go to bed in a really good, comfortable state. Because you can use this time as you sleep. As you sleep, you can use this time to replenish and refresh your body. This is one of the highest prime directives that the unconscious mind does. So you can use sleep as a time to wake up and feel refreshed. And you can also use sleep to really answer some questions and use that time to work on yourself, because your unconscious mind will deliver answers while you're sleeping. I'm not saying it will happen right this second or right now, or you'll find all the answers you need right away. However, if you have a goal, you can ask yourself, what's one thing that will help me achieve this goal? This is an easy way to have a prompt for the question. And ask this question before you go to sleep. Ask this question when you're in a relaxed state. Because when you're in a relaxed state, your unconscious mind is going to be working, replenishing you, refreshing you, and it's going to want to reveal this answer. And when you wake up, it might have this answer for you. It might not. It might not have all the answers. It might have some of the answer. Whatever it is, write it down. The more you do this, though, the more you trust in your unconscious mind. And you can do this because your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. Your unconscious mind, it's always there in the background. It's taking care of so many things for you that you don't have to consciously think about. Really, the only time your conscious mind is going is right now. You're focused on this present moment, right this second. What you're thinking about right now, you're doing that consciously. Everything else unconscious. That supercomputer is always running in the background. It's always ready to go into those beneficial files for you because it's way smarter than you think. So there's lots of things that you can do with your unconscious mind because it's way smarter than you think. And so far, we've only talked about a few. However, your unconscious mind, it's going to know many things for you. It knows many things. It has all the knowledge. It has all the resources. It has all the skills that you need. So if you can spend some time thinking and connecting and trusting and building rapport with your own unconscious mind, You can use your unconscious mind to connect to the resources inside of you. And those resources inside of you, everything that you need to achieve your ideal reality, to create your ideal future on the outside, everything you need is inside of you. You have millions of dollars worth of resources and skills inside of you. So if you can connect to those resources, if you can spend some time every single day thinking, wow, my unconscious mind is way smarter than I think. And if you can think that, just ask your unconscious mind, what resources do I need to achieve this? I have all the data. My mind is answering these questions for me. What resources am I going to need to achieve this? And that makes it more easy, more effortless, because your unconscious mind is going to give you the answers of what's more easy and what's effortless. Your unconscious mind, it goes on the principle of least effort. It doesn't give you the hard way to do things. It gives you the easy ways, the ways that make success automatic and natural. That's why your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. It doesn't want things to be difficult for you. Most people, they're consciously trying to think of everything. Have you ever forgot something and you're like, oh, I need to think of that right now, and you think and think and think and think because you're consciously trying to do it and you never think about it, but as soon as you relax, your unconscious mind reveals the answer? That's what you need to allow your unconscious mind to do. It has the answers, it has the resources, it wants things to be easy and effortless for you. So anytime things seem hard, just take a break. Your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. It will replenish you, refresh you, and it will allow you to start again with new answers, with new resources, so you can really achieve what you want to achieve because your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. You can use your unconscious mind for whatever it is you want. So think about it. I gave you a couple examples here. Now it's up to you as you're hearing me. What is it that you want your unconscious mind to get for you? And what is it that you're going to allow your unconscious mind to do? You know some of the powers of the unconscious mind. What are you going to allow them to do? Because your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. Way smarter than you think. And you know this because you're an intelligent person. So you know this. You do. You can. You know this because you're an intelligent person and your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. So there's no point in leaving anything up to chance. There's no point in consciously thinking about things all the time and frustrating yourself because your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. And the more you use it, the less action you have to take in the physical. Think about that all the time. The more effort that you put in your mind, that happens. Less action. So you can be someone, let's say you already work hard in the physical. You're such an easy person to work with because all you have to do is connect to your unconscious mind. And then when you're putting effort in your unconscious mind and in the physical, over time you'll notice you'll have to put a little less in the physical and things will become much more easier. Now, if you don't work so hard, either way you're going to have to work, put action in the physical. So you're going to have to learn how to work hard in the physical and with the unconscious mind. If you need any assistance doing that, all my information will be in the description of the episode. So either way, you need to put effort in your mind. Most people, they're not getting what they want because they don't know that their unconscious mind is way smarter than they think. They're just putting effort in the physical and they keep putting in so much effort and they're working so hard and then they wonder, why didn't this happen? Because they don't know that their mind is way smarter than they think. They're not aligning their mind with what is it that they really, really want. So take that with you. Your mind is way smarter than you think, and think about how you can put effort in your mind now to do that. Sit with something you want and just ask your mind, how can I do this easily and effortlessly? What resources do I need? And your unconscious mind will reveal the answers. And do that. And you'll begin to notice every day that your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think because you're an intelligent person and it's way smarter than you think. And that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, and you'll put in less effort than you thought that you needed to put in before to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And this is easy and effortless for you, isn't it? So thanks so much for listening to this episode. Wherever you are listening, go ahead and rate the podcast. If you think someone else can benefit, go ahead and share this episode with them, because why not have the whole world thinking that their unconscious mind is way smarter than they think? Thanks so much again for listening, and I hope to see you on the next episode.